Why, hello there, my fellow zombie survivors. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to State of Decay 2 New Haven, Episode 29, Hunger Satiated. Okay, let's get raided by zombies.
We're not letting any of those monsters inside. Do you hear me?
You seem so certain.
I see a juggernaut here.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, that will do it.
I found a couple of things while I was out. Dropped them in the supply locker.
One thing that you could do, that I'm going to, will be a little cheesy, is you could call in for traders right as you get attacked, because that would be another free gun.
Hey, sexy.
And it's a 3-minute siege that I have to defend against now.
Fucking show them we won't go quiet.
I guess I'll go red.
Oops.
More deadheads incoming.
I wonder if that Juggernaut's going to join. He doesn't look like he's heading towards us, but who knows. Oh, there's another Juggernaut over that way, too. Trade rules.
Take long. New Z wave incoming.
So, Sir Roland, the multiple outpost that I had before, when you switch maps, you lose your
I
outposts.
hope nothing hurt.
So we switched from Trumbull Valley to Providence Ridge, which is why I lost outposts, because I physically moved to a different geographical location. Like I moved from Connecticut to Rhode Island or something like that. But moving from base to base on the same map tile does not have you ditch your outposts. It's only if you leave the area. So leaving the area would be me driving to this map exit and choosing a different location.
We got more of those motherfuckers incoming.
Why are you in the base? That was weird. Let's close this door. Hey Zardas, thank you for the bits!
I hope nothing heard that.
Whoops.
I'm about ready to jump ship.
Keep holding them off!
So this is a mega siege because of the noise that our base was making. The base was making a lot of noise because we had a lot of stuff under construction, and it just sends you a very long duration attack.
Think we've killed all of them?
So I only have 30 more seconds to defend for.
It's not finished off yet. We cannot give up! You hear me?
Alright, clear out the remaining zombies. And we are
I
good.
think we can all breathe now. Thank goodness.
So 856 is what I'm currently at. And I need to get 1,000. Oh, do I sell guns? I don't like the thought of having to part with weapons. Alright, I'm going to get rid of the barn with the silo. And then install the better network device. which I'm not going to be able to do for 10 minutes because we're right now doing a satellite broadcast. So that'll have to wait.
I'm not able to do that.
But I now have 976, which means I only need a tiny bit of influence to be able to kick me into the finally having running water in the base. So only get a little bit extra influence. Smushing juggernauts will help. I could sell building materials, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to use it a lot of the building materials, so I'd rather not sell something that I'm going to need later. I'd rather sell something that I'm not going to need, like... Or just make it questing or killing a juggernaut. One of the advantages of this base that I hadn't realized until just now is it's super flat around here, which means running over juggernauts is easy. Because the last base location I had was had that like incline road and the hill and the dip that my car constantly got stuck on. Uh-oh. Oh god. I don't want both these groups to combine. Uh-oh. Every time I say uh-oh, she says uh-oh. We are of one mind. Alright, let me get a little momentum and splat this sucker. Yeah, I am surprised he's not dead yet. I guess I haven't been hitting him at like top speed. There we go. 25 influence. Now I'm only a hucked loogie away from having what I need. Two juggernauts, yeah, they can coexist, and they're super, super scary. Because the juggernaut attacks will do about half your life in one smack, or half of your blood plague resistance in one smack. So you get two of them, and they both get a hit in. Oh, you're dead. You're just like instantly dead. It's real bad. I think what I'm going to do is start to head over to the pumping station now, because I'll probably end up getting the required influence just as I drive over, hitting, you know, ferals or whatever, because I'm so close. The other thing I just realized is get rid of the furnace for now, so it's not sucking up my fuel. Ooh, I'll clear that infestation. So I'm eventually going to be heading to one of these two pump stations, because the reason being why, if you're wondering why I'm not getting the pump station that I live next to, is I like spreading out my outposts so that I have outposts a little everywhere, so that if, like, let's say I have blood plague and I'm in the northwest corner of the map, I have access to an outpost where I can get blood plague cure rather than have to drive like 2 kilometers for it. Or if my inventory's full and it's not rucksacks, I can deposit them in the outpost, so on and so forth. There's a lot of advantages to spreading out your outposts everywhere, because the you know, it's just ease of access.
If I take out the nearest plague heart, this should clear up.
Okie dokie. Our community will be a lot more stable as soon as I get that pump house. And then I'll have you guys vote on what to do afterwards. whether it's to get the armory up or luxury barracks up or help out the wrenches with their power situation. The food outpost is not upgraded all the way, no. Doesn't need to be though, because I'll probably be ditching it in a minute. You'll see why.
We left stuff just lying around, and now it's all fucked up.
So I'm starting to lose building materials from Decay, because I wasn't able to use them fast enough.
Looks empty.
Only lost 2, which is not a big deal, but...
Fire in the hole!
Alright, I'll get the water tower. Well, actually, you guys decide. There's 2 pumping stations next to each other. There's the water tower and the pump station. What water should I get? Water tower, pump station. I believe they have the same daily fuel cost, so it's not like a water tower doesn't have the daily fuel cost, even though it doesn't make sense, like water's in the tank, yeah, whatever. So both of them require the same requirements. So there's not an advantage one over the other, and they're literally in the same geographical location, so again, not really an advantage one over the other. But, figure I'd have you pulled anyway. Why not both? Because I don't need both. One gives you access to water, the second one does nothing for you. And you only have a limit, an outpost limit of 6. So it would be a complete and utter waste of an outpost. If you were looking for like a real reason why not both. So the other thing I want to do before I claim it is
Not bad.
for the satellite broadcast to wrap up and for me to start to install the upgraded outpost thing. So I got here actually a little early. And there's really not much for me to do until then. Guess I could just wait around for a minute. And I'll explain why in a second. So currently I have 5 outposts, and the reason I have 5 outposts is I have this mod, which gives me access to 1 extra outpost. But as soon as I uninstall the mod to reinstall the better mod, my max outposts go from 5 to 4, which if I don't select which outpost to delete, the game will just select for me, which can be really bad. So I'm waiting to install that improved mod so that I don't lose a random outpost. That's why I can't do it right now. I mean, I could do it, but then I could immediately lose it, and that would suck, because then I would need another 1,000 influence to be able to claim it again. Alright. I'll leave the poll up until I have the opportunity to claim one over the other. So I'll just practice my combat skills until then. But here they are, the water tower and the pump station that I'm standing at. And the other reason why I want water and power, besides the morale benefits, is you can't make hydroponics, which feeds you really good, without water and power both. Is there zombies in this trailer? Dude, there are absolutely zombies in this trailer. I can't get at them. That's a really cool Easter egg. I don't think I ever noticed that before. It's also very very creepy. So here's the field hospital. I never showed you that. So one of the advantages of the field hospital over the infirmary is... Uh-oh. Hang on a sec. There's special treatment options. So the special treatment options is infection therapy, heal all infection. So if you have someone with knowledge of pathology, which Amia does, I can spend 6 meds and cure everybody of infections like that. Pretty strong. And then the other one is physical therapy, heal all injuries and trauma. So if you have a lot of injured people, you can get rid of all their trauma immediately as well with 8 meds. You can also boost the resting infection recovery rate at the field hospital. Oh, something else that I should do is like treat the people that are super plagued in the field hospital.
Time to get some beauty
So here we go. Now they're being treated. And that's going to help with morale as well. You can increase the plague infection and max health and boost injury and trauma recovery rate. So there's a lot of advantages to having a big old field hospital. And it still does the whole crafting meds and crafting cures and everything else that a regular infirmary would do. It's basically an infirmary plus. All right, let's switch the mods. It's a breeder truck. Oh, no, it nuked the church anyway. Ouch. Bye, church. That's going to be influence heavy to get that back. And then installing the signal booster. What that means that because it nuked the church, I can just claim this now.
The outpost is looking good.
All right. So now that we have power and water, let's get hydroponics. I'm going to pull one more person out of the field hospital so I can build another hydroponics. 2 hydroponics. I might be able to feed everyone with 2 hydroponics and 1 food outpost, meaning that I'll have a spare small indoor slot. Maybe. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case, but maybe. Actually, let me pull you out as well, Kenny, so I can add the infection recovery speed to the field hospital. As Eisendragon literally just told me to do. Alright, so for me to regain the church there... Oh, I found the greenhouse one. Okay. That cost me another 1,000 influence, but that doesn't necessarily have to be my priority. So, currently, what is my priority? Expand outposts. Scavenge. Finish building the base. Questing or viewer suggestions. So I think it would be ideal if I got rid of this power substation once I have an excess of influence and set up my power at this substation instead. So they're more spread out. And then maybe get rid of this spoon and cone to put my food outpost somewhere, maybe like barn with a silo or somewhere in a more helpful geographical location, I would say. This survivor is getting tired, so I'm going to switch her out. But I don't have to drive home for that. I can do it at the outpost. So I'm setting up her inventory and then letting someone else take over. And I will take over Cadet. So 19 minutes for the hydroponics, 2 minutes for the field hospital, 1 minute for the signal booster. And it looks like you guys want me to finish building the base. So for that, I would need to elect a warlord to be able to make the armory. So I'm gonna drive home anyway. Maybe try to do a little bit of looting on the way back, because I have a empty trunk, so I might as well just fill it with stuff I can find. And then possibly elect a warlord so that I can complete the buildings that we want. Leaving the small open slot, figuring out if I have to put another hydroponics in there or not.
I wonder if this is what
It depends
hell
on our
feels
food
like.
demands. You keep forgetting you can vote because it's not a YouTube video? I know, yeah. Live viewers have input. One of the perks. Yeah, this campsite has some stuff. And the signal booster's in.
Maybe there's a use for it.
So now you can see I have 2 extra outpost slots from that signal booster. This thing. It also means that the signal antenna I can sell once I get home. I can load that into the trunk and sell it to whomever.
That bloater is bad news. Nice. Just tell him where you are.
Oh, you bit me from behind. Naughty, naughty. Gotta say, that little bit of noise rallied a whole lot of zombies. And the synthesization machine is installed, so
I'm gonna
Time to get some beauty rest. Or even just rest. I'm not.
the game will allow you to rest up more people than you even have labor at a morale penalty. So I think that's useful to acknowledge. Right over here, as you can see on the left, I have 0 spare labor. It is possible to go into the negatives, but like that means someone is working overtime, and that
That's better than I
pisses
expected.
people off. So just figured I'd point that out. All right, we're gonna finish up the base. What part of the base to do first? Armory or Lux Barracks? The zombie knew that I had tapped out to type, and he tried to jump me. So rude. I wanted to loot the campsites. Let me just use my last Molotov.
Fire in the hole!
Alright, guys. I'm ready to get back in the game.
That was the last one.
Does a farm provide more than a barracks? Or hydroponics? So a farm... the easy answer is no. The more complicated answer is it depends on your leader. Because the trader leader can do a farm level 3. But farms, the reason why I tend to go with... Oh man, there's a lot of you. The reason I tend to go with hydroponics over farms is large slots are more important than small slots most of the time. So the hydroponics are small slots that generate a lot of food, whereas the farms or large slots that you might want as like auto mechanics or trade depots or something that would never fit into a small slot. With the base that I have, that's kind of less of an issue though, because the base that I have has so many large slots and actually fewer small slots that farms kind of start to make sense again. But it depends on whether you have a trade leader or not. Because if you don't have a trade leader, it's not going to be as much food. The other advantage of farms is they don't require power and water. Well, they require water, but they don't require power like hydroponics do. So if you're going with a no power, low power setup, where you're only using generators or you're not generating power at all, farms are usable without power. So in the case that, let's say, I run out of fuel... Uh-oh. Stay really still. In the case that I run out of fuel and my pumping stations go offline, my electrical and my water pump stations go offline,
I ain't quite dead yet.
my hydroponics stop
Surprise,
producing,
surprise.
but a farm might not in the same situation. Okay, I'm gonna go home. How are you a sub? Someone probably gifted it to you. Oh, don't thank me for the game. Undead Labs bought you that game. Well, I guess they didn't buy it. They developed it, so they do have keys to give away, but you can thank Undead Labs, not me. I don't want to take credit for their gift.
Broken like this.
I didn't even reach out to them about it. They did. So, they deserve all full credit. They were just like, hey, we appreciate you streaming our game, so here's some keys that you can give away. I was like, cool. I'm not going to turn that down. Well, it would have been really cool if the Trailbeast wasn't parked here. I was aiming for the other slot, but, you know. I'm going to leave in the things that I intend to sell.
It's good to see your ugly mugs.
That's just rude. Stop making noises like you're dying. I know you're not dying. We're not under attack. There's no raiders.
Can't do it.
Okay, you guys want an armory. The other question I have is... what permanent leader to elect? Sheriff, Warlord, Trader. I know I asked this before, but I kind of cut off the poll. Because if we want a Warlord permanently, it makes sense for me to switch to Builder, get the Luxury Barracks, and then switch to Warlord. But if we don't want Warlord permanently, it doesn't really matter the order at all. I'm just trying to make... I'm trying to not upset people by demoting more people than is necessary, I guess is the point. Who is grunting?
If that feral tackles me, I'm in trouble.
The feral that's across the river? Yeah, I think you're safe, dude. I can't even see it. So I don't want to spoil what the different leaders do, but as you might imagine, The sheriff is sort of the leader of law and order. The trader is sort of the leader of kumbaya, let's get along and help one another. And then the warlord is the leader of, you mess with us, and we shoot you dead. I think is probably the safe TLDR. Can your community people turn into zombies while I'm away? Hypothetically, yes, they can. If one of them is blood plagued and they have a timer and you don't attend to them in time, they will turn and they will die. And hypothetically, they might even then bite someone else in the community and turn them too. So I've never seen that happen, but I suppose it's hypothetically possible. So it looks like you guys want a sheriff permanently. Cool. So the sheriff's benefit is the field hospital. So we already have the field hospital. That works. So let's go ahead and get the warlord now. Which means I need to find who has a warlord leader style. I'm just going to choose her specialization. It was Kenny? Okay. I think it's Kenny. So because my only warlord is Kenny, he's not a hero yet, so he can't lead the community. So I can't do the armory until he hits hero, which means I'm gonna go, even though I had you pulled on it, I'm gonna go for the luxury barracks first by promoting a builder leader for now. So Milena, you're about to become the leader. And Weaver, I'm about to demote you.
You don't have what it takes to lead this group. You're just too soft.
Are you kidding? You're demoting me? Fuck.
All right, enough with the anarchy. Let's decide on a leader.
Okay, Milena. So for me to get the luxury barracks, I need one more labor than I currently have. Someone resting right now? No. So that means I can't do it for 6 minutes until the hydroponics are done, because our people are tied up in working. What happens if I change the leaders a lot? So this is what happens. If you check active events, or morale rather, you can see that recently demoted, it essentially makes people more upset. And when people are upset, they're more likely to cause problems in the community. I think for me to wait for hydroponics to finish, what I'm going to do in the meantime is grab some extra food. Because we're low, and everyone's going to want to be fed. It would help with morale. Shoot, I'm down to no throwables. I don't want to use the Whiskey Pete's, because they're really strong. Let me update the priority. Build the luxury barracks. And then get a warlord to hero. So I think he's the only warlord, right? Kenny? Yeah. He's the only warlord leader I have. Yeah. If you upset them enough, will there be a rebellion? No, it's more like they'll just leave. You'll have community members defect or fight one another. But it's mostly about wasting material. Like, blowing off steam by going for a drive, wasting fuel, or shooting guns, or
Sticking
binge
around here
eating,
too
or
long
something
would
like
not be
that.
Smart. This is gonna come in handy. Okay, no Zeds around, but we can't secure the place with a plague heart close by. Was I not supposed to do that? Boring.
It's not a lot of food, but it's something. What are top 3 priorities for noobs? For short-term priorities right when you start, I would say making sure that you have a base full of resources so that you're good on morale. Getting outposts so that you have passive income, and getting a crossbow so that you can kill things from a distance quietly. And then for the long term, for the real community building, the priorities, in my opinion, would be to acquire heroes that have the right skills and hero bonuses, acquire enclaves with the right bonuses, and to move to a base which is self-contained and resilient. So this lumber mill, for instance, is a pretty good like end game base. So those would be the early game things to do and the late games things to do.
We've picked this place clean.
Sounds doable.
No, I'm not
I hate to say this, but I think we've
moving to a new
done enough
base.
of this place. We should start looking for
Judy, shut up. Just shut your face. I'm not moving bases. What I will do is sell some stuff, though. Just don't know what. Yeah, you're welcome. Happy to answer any questions that you have. Yeah, learn how to kick people with bad bonuses out. Exactly. Weaver would be kind of one of those people, but we're keeping him anyway. We haven't voted him out. But Weaver has some penalties. So here's what I'm talking about. If you take a look at, like, Weaver, for instance. He gets frustrated really easily. And he also lived in Squalor, which means that he gets turned to a plague zombie quicker than other people. So he has some weaknesses. They're weaknesses that aren't so detrimental that, like, we really need to boot him, but they're not great. Alright, so while I wait, I'm gonna do a quick trade run just for the influence. And as soon as those hydroponics wrap up, Milana will get that luxury barracks, and then I'll switch over to Kenny and try to get him to become Warlord for the armory. Whoa! Underwater. Oh, 2 of them. Oh, man. Trixie, Trixie, Trixie. Yeah, they're complaining that I need a bigger base, but on this map tile, there's 2 large bases, and I'm in one of them. The other base isn't bigger, it's just different. In the game, there are 3... Oh, there we go. There's the hydroponics.
Not happening.
So let's install the compost bin mod. And if this is an ice cream store, there might actually be food.
Frank, I didn't have a fabrication facility this nice. I'm going to build so many things for us.
What a wonderful smell we've discovered.
Oh, there's kind of a lot of people here. Or, well, ex-people. I'm not here for your heart. Leave me alone. Here for the food. Well, I guess you're here for food, too. Technically speaking. Just, I am the food, and I don't like to be on the menu. I didn't touch the heart. This is turning into like a heart attack. Get it? But I don't want it to be a heart attack, because I didn't really want to have to fight all these guys. Alright, you guys good? You chill? I'm just here for the food.
Hey, if you're bored, I got something for you.
Or for the... Fallernum? That must be a type... I don't know what that is. Booze, I am assuming.
The place has been bled dry. Time to move on.
Where's my car?
Always glad to see you.
Oh, they're out of influence. But
Hello
I will
there.
buy their fuel,
You got something for me?
Sure, sounds good.
because we're kind of low on fuel back home. I've been turning our fuel rucksacks into gas cans to fuel up the car, because of all the driving I've had to do. Mysterious broadcast is pretty close by. Maybe I'll check that out. It's probably some event where I'm going to arrive and they're just going to kill over and die, because that's been the theme. And here is the luxury barracks that I promised all ya. I haven't checked my food income yet, but once the 2 compost bins are done, I'll make sure to trigger the compost and see what kind of deficit, a daily deficit I have. Whether I need to add another food outpost to my outposts, or if we're good. Or possibly another hydroponics. I can leave that up to you.
Is anybody alive in here?
I think they're dead.
Fire in the hole!
Akira, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, my mate. I totally forgot I could do that. The bloater fart ignited and blew up all the zombies that were here.
Damn it, we missed the boat.
You missed too. Oh, you got me though. No, it's like dead army people. Echo Operative. Field test. Excited to finally get my hands on some of the stuff I've been hearing about. These eggheads are so protective with their babies. They gave you an Echo Combat Crossbow or something?
Does anyone else understand this?
Someone is experimenting out here. Alright, compost bins are getting installed. So let's boost yields. And then once the boost yields are done, right now as it is, I am losing about 6 food a day. But after we boost yields, I bet we break even. I could do the math, but you know I'm lazy, so I won't be doing the math. In fact, no, we'll be more than breaking even, I think.
Looks
We'll be
pretty
up
empty to
food.
me.
Is this the only person in here? Yeah, I don't see another military person. It's free stuff, exactly.
God, I am so sick of plague zombies.
So I'm gonna go check in on Fight Club Lady and also sell her some stuff because the rowdy outsiders ran out of money. Uh-oh. Let's get away from that. Get inside. You're already wounded. I will sell her the backpack. Yeah. And then the other stuff in my inventory.
Hey.
This is the one I really don't want to die
Sure.
because her bonus is really nice. I'm going to sell her the journal entry. I'll keep the blade. Might as well. Guess there's really nothing else to sell here. Okay, I'm gonna head home, drop the Rux off, and switch to Kenny. And try to work on getting Kenny to...
Bye-bye.
Oh, bye, door. Try to get Kenny to a hero. How come I don't have a chat overlay for my YouTube videos? Because my channel, except for this game, because this game has swearing built into it, my channel is family friendly, and if I had a chat overlay for my YouTube videos, I would either have to read every single line of chat to make sure that there weren't expletives used, or just to not have a family friendly channel. So it's easier just to not include chat than to have to sift through everything that anyone says and then censor things that are inappropriate. Oh, that hit me. Interesting that I didn't get plagued very much. I don't... Maybe it's because it was underwater? I'm not exactly sure. That was pretty cool, because I expected my plague meter to be basically capped out over there. I did dive out of the car really fast, so maybe that has something to do with it. Orange, thank you for the resub, by the way. Does anyone have hygiene? No, no one has hygiene. But now my car is cursed, and it sounds like I'm a bloater all the time. Oh, it stopped. And now I miss it. Like a glove.
We got too many butts here and not enough bunks.
So, 15 seconds. Let me just wait before I switch to Weaver. Figure it out. See what the yields are. Okay. So, I'm up 0.25 food a day. What should I do with the last small slot? Another hydroponics? Or something else? So the advantage of another hydroponics is obviously I could get rid of my food outpost and set up a different type of outpost, like artillery strikes or additional beds or whatever, you know. Or use the small slot to build something like sheltered beds to put the bedding in the base instead. Or to build a shooting range to train shooting, a fighting gym to do that, to train melee, and that's about it. Those are the only two other things that I can do.
I want to thank my new best friend Sasquatch for tracking us down and getting us back home.
So it's a pretty limited
Operation Drawbridge may have failed.
amount of extra slots here. Or kitchen. There would actually be a really good morale bonus for a kitchen. That would be the only thing that I would really consider to be a benefit. Because if I'm building an armory, I don't need a workshop, because they basically do the same thing. And then if I build sheltered beds, that you can also have outposts that do sheltered beds, but you don't. There are no outposts that give you a kitchen benefit. So there is a big benefit for kitchen, and really not much of a benefit for anything else. All right, Weaver, or not Weaver, Kenny, got to make you a hero so you can make yourself an armory. So current is level up Kenny to build an armory. Thank you for tuning in to State of Decay 2 New Haven, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 5th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, the link to Discord can be found in the description or at Rhodamont.com as well. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that made it to the credits. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Adios.